The moon is more than just a light in the night sky. It has a quiet influence that touches everything, shaping tides, patterns, and energy flows. Its presence, often unnoticed, creates subtle changes around us. January's second week holds a unique energy, acting as a foundation for the year ahead. Choices made during this time ripple far beyond the present moment. Emotions run stronger, and decisions feel more significant. The moon's pull is not just physical, it stirs something within. Our feelings, thoughts, and actions often shift without us realizing why. This week is a time to pause and sense the unseen forces at play. Every small choice matters more now. The energy is strong, waiting to guide us. How we respond shapes what unfolds next. What will you do with this moment? The first week of January often feels full of energy. New plans and hopes fill the air, and everything seems possible. There's a sense of starting fresh, and enthusiasm drives every step. People make resolutions, set goals, and feel motivated. It's a time when possibilities seem endless. But then comes the second week. This is when the mood begins to shift. The excitement of the first week fades, and reality starts to settle in. The goals that felt so clear now feel a little harder to reach. Doubts begin to creep in, questioning whether those ambitions are achievable. This is what some call the second week syndrome. The moon plays an interesting role during this time. In the second week, the moon often enters its first quarter phase. This phase symbolizes tension, a time when energy pushes against obstacles. The light of the moon grows, but it's not yet full. Similarly, our aspirations begin to grow, but they are met with challenges. This tension is not negative, though it can feel uncomfortable. It's a natural process where progress meets resistance. The goals set earlier may now seem harder to achieve because they face the test of reality. Plans need adjustments, and patience is required. Aspirations from the first week meet doubts in the second week. Thoughts of, can I really do this? Or, is this even worth it? Become more common. These feelings are natural. They are not signs of failure, but reminders to slow down and reassess. The moon's influence also plays a part in our emotions. During the first quarter, energy can feel both motivating and heavy. This is a time when small decisions feel harder, and emotions can feel stronger than usual. The pull of the moon is subtle but noticeable in how we react and think. Some people might feel more tension in their relationships or within themselves. It's not uncommon to feel frustrated or uncertain during this phase. The first week's excitement can feel like a distant memory as doubts take up more space in the mind. Yet, this week is also a period of quiet strength. It's a time to face the questions, even the uncomfortable ones. How do you balance what you want with what feels difficult? Can you hold on to your hopes, even when they seem far away? This phase asks for patience, small steps, and steady focus. It's not about big leaps or quick fixes. The energy of the week reminds us that growth happens in stages, not all at once. The moon holds a quiet power, especially when it is at Perigee, the closest point to Earth. During this time, its pull on the planet is stronger, and this influence reaches more than just the tides. Our bodies, made up mostly of water, respond to this subtle shift. Many people may notice changes in how they feel, physically and emotionally, without fully understanding why. Water is essential for life. It keeps our bodies healthy, clears toxins, and helps every system function properly. But water is more than just a physical necessity. It is also a key part of spiritual balance. When the body is hydrated, energy flows better. Thoughts become clearer, emotions more stable, and focus feels sharper. The moon's close presence can remind us of this connection. Its effect on water is not just on the seas and oceans, but also within us. The body's rhythms align with the moon in ways we may not always notice. This is why staying hydrated is even more important during these phases. When the body lacks water, it can feel heavy and tired. Thoughts might become clouded and emotions might feel stuck. This affects not just physical health, but also spiritual well-being. A dehydrated body can create a sense of imbalance that feels hard to shake. Drinking water is a simple act, yet it carries a deeper meaning. It reconnects the body with the natural flow of life. Every sip is a step toward harmony. Water acts as a grounding force, bringing calmness and clarity, especially during times of heightened energy. Spiritual flow is often tied to physical care. The mind and soul work best when the body is nourished. Water is not just something to drink, it is something that aligns us with nature's rhythms. By staying hydrated, we stay connected to the energies around and within us. The moon at Perigee can heighten emotions or bring a sense of restlessness. Hydration helps to steady these shifts. It creates balance, allowing both the body and spirit to feel supported. Water helps us process emotions and thoughts, making it easier to handle whatever energy the moon brings. Water is also a reminder of stillness and flow. It adapts to its surroundings, finding its way through obstacles without losing its essence. By staying hydrated, we allow ourselves to tap into this same quality. We can move through challenges with more ease, staying true to our inner self. This connection between water, the moon, and our own energy is subtle, but important. The moon's influence is strongest on water, and we are no exception. Hydration is more than just a habit. It is a way of aligning ourselves with the forces around us. On January 10th, the moon will meet Jupiter in the night sky. This meeting is known as a conjunction. It is a powerful alignment, bringing the energy of growth, change, and opportunity. The moon, connected to emotions, and Jupiter, tied to expansion, come together to create a moment of potential. This alignment often signals disruption, but not in a negative way. It shakes things up, pushing us out of routines and patterns. Changes may come suddenly, catching us by surprise. Plans that felt steady might shift, and new paths might appear. These disruptions can feel unsettling, but they open doors we may not have noticed before. Jupiter is the planet of growth and learning. It encourages us to think bigger and see beyond our usual limits. The moon, however, brings in feelings and intuition. Together, they create a time when opportunities may arise through unexpected events. Uncertainty often comes with change. It can feel uncomfortable not knowing what's ahead, but this moment is not about having all the answers. It is about staying open to what unfolds. When we resist change, we may miss out on growth. When we move with it, we find new possibilities. The Moon-Jupiter conjunction reminds us to balance logic with intuition. Some opportunities may not seem obvious at first glance. Trusting our instincts and staying flexible helps us navigate these shifts. Small changes can lead to big transformations if we are willing to adapt. This period may also highlight areas where we feel stuck. It brings energy that encourages movement. Whether it's in relationships, work, or personal goals, now is a time to notice what needs to change. Sometimes, the disruptions we fear are the ones we need most. During this time, emotions may feel stronger. Jupiter amplifies everything it touches, including the moon's influence on our inner world. This can bring moments of clarity, showing us what truly matters. It is a chance to focus on priorities and let go of what no longer serves us. Opportunities may not always look like we expect. They can come in the form of challenges or surprises. Staying calm and grounded allows us to see these moments for what they are, chances to grow. Even small shifts can lead to lasting changes. The energy of the moon and Jupiter together creates a push forward. It encourages us to take risks, even if they feel uncertain. Growth often comes from stepping into the unknown. While this can feel overwhelming, it is also full of possibility. This alignment is a reminder that change is a natural part of life. It is not something to fear, but something to work with. By staying open and flexible, we can find strength in uncertainty. On January 8th, the moon reaches its perigee, the closest point to Earth in its orbit. This closeness strengthens the moon's pull, affecting not just tides, but also our emotions. During this time, many people may feel more sensitive or reactive without knowing why. The moon is often linked to our inner world, our feelings, thoughts, and moods. When it is at perigee, its influence intensifies. Emotions that are usually in the background can come to the surface. Small things might feel bigger, and reactions might feel harder to control. This heightened emotional state is not necessarily a bad thing. It can help us notice feelings we might usually ignore, but it can also feel overwhelming, especially if we are not prepared for it. Simple grounding techniques can help manage these shifts and bring a sense of balance. One of the easiest ways to stay grounded is through the breath. Taking slow, deep breaths can calm the mind and body. It helps to pause, focus on the present moment, and release tension. Even a few minutes of mindful breathing can make a difference. Connecting with nature is another helpful method. Spending time outside, even briefly, can bring a sense of calm. Touching the earth, feeling the wind, or listening to natural sounds can help stabilize emotions. Nature has a way of reminding us of balance and rhythm. Staying hydrated is also important. Water not only supports the body, but also helps clear the mind. Drinking water during times of emotional sensitivity can bring a sense of clarity and refresh the spirit. During this time, it is important to be gentle with yourself and others. Emotions may run high, and misunderstandings can happen easily. Slowing down and giving yourself space to process feelings can help prevent unnecessary stress. Journaling can also be a useful tool. Writing down thoughts and emotions helps to organize them. It creates a space to reflect and understand what you're feeling. Sometimes, just putting emotions into words can make them feel less overwhelming. The moon at perigee amplifies everything, including the need for self-care. This is a good time to prioritize rest, healthy food, and quiet moments. Small acts of care can help ease the intensity of heightened emotions. Remember, this period of emotional sensitivity is temporary. It can feel intense, but it also brings opportunities for growth. By staying grounded, you can navigate these feelings with calm and clarity. When we look at the moon in the sky, it seems calm and unchanging. From its distant view, the moon watches the earth in constant motion, storms, waves, light, and shadow. Its quiet presence offers a reminder of a different perspective, one that can help us when life feels overwhelming. Problems often feel large and heavy when we are close to them. They take up space in the mind, making it hard to see clearly. But what happens if we step back? From the moon's view, those challenges shrink. They are still there, but they become part of a much bigger picture. The moon's perspective shows us the temporary nature of everything. Just as the tides rise and fall, so do life's challenges. Storms pass. Clouds clear. What feels impossible today may feel smaller tomorrow. This understanding doesn't take away the difficulty, but it can bring comfort. Distance allows us to see patterns. Sometimes, when we are too close to a problem, it's easy to focus only on the struggle. From far away, we can notice connections and lessons. The problem is no longer just an obstacle. It becomes a teacher. When the moon is full, it lights up the night. It reminds us that even in darkness, there is brightness. Similarly, within every challenge, there is wisdom waiting to be found. Stepping back helps us see the light we might have missed. This perspective shift doesn't mean ignoring problems. It means viewing them with a sense of balance. The moon doesn't stop the tides, but it guides them. In the same way, we can guide our thoughts and emotions by allowing space to see things more clearly. Challenges are part of life's natural rhythm. They come and go, like the moon's phases. Taking a moment to reflect from a distance can remind us of this rhythm. Problems feel less overwhelming when we see them as a moment in a much larger story. On January, the moon enters its first quarter phase. This is a time of energy and movement. The moon is halfway between the new moon and full moon, symbolizing action and progress. It's a natural call to move forward, to take the first real steps toward the intentions set earlier. The first quarter moon often brings a sense of tension. This is not a bad thing. It's the energy of growth. Just like a seed pushing through the soil, progress requires effort. The goals and intentions you set during the new moon now face their first challenges. It's a chance to check in and make adjustments. This is a good time to review your intentions. Are they still clear? Do they still feel right? Sometimes, the process of moving forward reveals new insights. Plans may need refining, and priorities may shift. The first quarter moon is not about perfection. It's about progress. Momentum builds during this phase. Small actions now can lead to bigger results later. It's not about rushing or doing everything at once. Even a single step can create movement. What matters is consistency. Each effort adds to the energy of growth. Challenges may feel more noticeable during this phase. They are not barriers, but opportunities to learn and strengthen your resolve. Meeting these challenges with focus and determination helps to build confidence. The light of the first quarter moon grows brighter, reminding us that this is a time of active creation. It's a chance to take what started as an idea and begin to shape it into reality. The energy is supportive of building and moving forward. This phase encourages courage and persistence. It reminds us that growth comes with effort and that each step forward matters. On January 10th, the moon aligns with Jupiter in a conjunction. This powerful meeting of celestial bodies brings a unique energy of growth, expansion, and abundance. The moon represents our emotions and intuition, while Jupiter symbolizes opportunity and wisdom. Together, they create a moment rich with potential. This alignment often signals a time of possibilities. Jupiter, the largest planet, is known for amplifying whatever it touches. Paired with the moon, it highlights not just outer opportunities, but also inner growth. It's a time to notice the areas in life that feel ready to expand. Abundance can take many forms. It might be an opportunity in work, a connection with someone meaningful, or a new understanding of yourself. The energy of this conjunction encourages openness to what the universe offers. Sometimes, these opportunities come in unexpected ways, requiring trust and flexibility. This is also a time to embrace optimism. Jupiter carries the energy of hope and vision, reminding us to look beyond current limitations. The moon's influence adds an emotional layer, asking us to connect deeply with what feels right. Together, they urge us to align our goals with both heart and mind. Emotional clarity is also heightened during this conjunction. The moon and Jupiter work together to bring awareness to what truly matters. This can be a time to release old fears or doubts, clearing the way for growth. It's a moment to step forward with confidence and trust. The Moon-Jupiter alignment is not just about receiving, it's also about giving. Sharing knowledge, kindness, or support during this time can create a ripple effect of abundance. The more we open ourselves to the flow of energy, the more we align with the opportunities around us. This phase reminds us that growth often requires courage. It's about taking the step toward what feels expansive, even if it's uncertain. By staying present and open, we allow this alignment to guide us toward something meaningful. This week holds a pivotal energy, shaping the days and weeks to come. The moon's movements bring shifts in emotion, intuition, and opportunity. Each phase and alignment invites reflection, action, and growth. This is not just another week, it is a moment that can influence your path in ways both subtle and significant. Awareness is the key to making the most of this time. Pay attention to how you feel, what thoughts arise, and the choices you make. Even small decisions can have a powerful impact when approached with clarity. The moon's presence reminds us to stay connected to the flow of life, balancing intention with action. Now is the time to act. Whether it's a single step toward a goal, a moment of stillness to reflect, or a decision to let go of something no longer needed. Every effort matters. This week calls for focus, patience, and trust in the process. What will you do with this moment?